What's up, guys? It's Tricky, and I'm bringing you another commentary over some Counter-Strike Global Offensive gameplay, and I am playing Demolition on the map St. Marc and Sugarcane. The reason I'm saying two maps is because I joined a game late on St. Marc, then I picked it up later on Sugarcane, but I'm going to end the Sugarcane one a little early because I just need enough gameplay time to get through to what I'm going to say in this commentary. So I end up winning on Sugarcane. I died a lot after the first part that you're going to see, so I decided not to put the second part on because it's just a whole bunch of spectating. But moving on from that, basically what I want to do in this commentary is explain each game mode to you guys in more detail and answer some viewer questions that we've been having recently on these Counter-Strike Go videos. So basically the first game mode that I'm going to be explaining is Demolition, because I'm playing Demolition right now, so you might as well know what's going on. So if you ever played Search and Destroy on Call of Duty, which I guarantee most of you have, it's kind of like that. Or if you haven't and you're a Counter-Strike player, it's more like the Defuse mission game mode. Basically, there's one bomb site. As you can see right now, it's bomb site B right there on the little mini-map. And what your team wants to do is you're going to try to plant the bomb if you're on the planting team. If you're on the defusing team, you want to try to defuse the bomb if it's planted. And the way to win the rounds is to plant the bomb and let it explode, detonate, or whatever you want to say, or to eliminate the whole enemy team. Now, there is a twist to this type of Demolition compared to the Call of Duty Demolition. It's kind of a mix between gun game from Counter-Strike and defuse mission. Basically, if you get a kill within your round, you get a new weapon. As you can see there, it says your next weapon is the P90. And each time you get a kill, it progresses. As you see right there, I keep on clicking select, I'm sorry, but as you can see right there, there's 10 different guns that you could progress to get. And I've only gotten to the shotgun. No, I've gotten to the Glock one time. It's kind of hard to get up there because once you hit the 10 round mark, you switch rounds. It's like halftime, and to win the game, it's the best out of 20. So you play up to 20 rounds, and once 10 rounds hits, it starts over, and you start from tier 1 again. And then you switch sides, of course. But that's basically it for Demolition. It's pretty straightforward. I'm not a big fan of it. I kind of like Arms Race a little more than all the other game modes, but for the classic game modes, I prefer Hostage Hunt. That's what it's called. I don't really like Defuse Mission, so that's probably why I don't really like Demolition. But I played it just so you could see some gameplay. But moving on, I'm going to go to the other one that's newer to the franchise, I'm pretty sure, which is Arms Race. And that is kind of like the gun game mod on Counter-Strike Source, if you ever played that. Or it's kind of like gun game from any of the Call of Duty series. Basically, you get a kill and you get another gun, and I think there's 25 guns you could get. So you start off with one gun, get a kill, start off with another gun. I don't know if you get knifed, I don't know if you move back a tier or anything like that. I know if you die, you don't move back, you keep your gun until you get another kill. And that game mode's pretty straightforward. It's kind of like a free-for-all, but not really. You are split up into teams. And I just want to say, this game, I think it's better than the PC version. I don't know if the PC version is different, but on Counter-Strike Source, you could have a whole bunch of like players on each team. On the console version, you only get 5 players to each team, which I think is better because it's less hectic and it's more team-based. So there's not a lot of people running around. You kind of have to use teamwork to get around and win the objective, basically. But Arms Race is pretty straightforward. It's like gun game. I would go check it out if you have this game. I think it's pretty fun. It's one of my favorite game modes on this game so far. I don't know if future updates will add more game modes. I'm pretty sure they will. And yeah, hopefully we can see that soon. But going on down the list is Hostage Hunt, which I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Hostage Hunt, basically, you have 2 teams of 5. There's one team that has to go get the hostages and bring it back to their base, and the other team has to make sure that that doesn't happen. So I don't know how to explain it, but there's like 2 sets of 2 hostages per each set, on the other side of the map, and what you want to do is get the hostages safely back to the base. Then it switches, I think there's best of 30 rounds, so it switches after every 15, and that's pretty much hostage hunt for you. You get to pick your gun. You have to use the money system. If you've ever played Counter-Strike before, there is a money system with that game type. And yeah, I think that's about it. There's 2 different game modes though on here. There's a casual and competitive game mode. I don't know the difference of it. I'll explain a little more when I answer viewer questions, because I don't know too much of the difference. I'm pretty sure one is more competitive, like it says. I don't know if there's no bots or anything, but yeah. And the last game mode is Defuse Mission. It's the classic type of game mode that's for Counter-Strike. It's the ones that you see at like tournaments and stuff. Basically, there's 2 bomb sites. You have one team that has the bomb, one team that doesn't. It's basically like search and destroy. So you get the bomb, go plant the bomb, defend it, whatever. Pretty straightforward. And that's about it for the game modes. If you guys have any other questions about the game modes, just please leave a comment or anything. If I didn't answer anything that you wanted me to say, or if you have any more in-depth questions or anything. But moving away from all the game modes now, I'm going to answer some questions that we've been getting in the comment section a lot, basically. And let's get started. I'm not going to say the names of the people that answered or asked these questions, because there are multiple people that ask the same questions. So here we go. There's one person or many people that said if there's like a ranking system, if you get prestige or something like that. There is a ranking system on this game. It's called the ELO ranks, basically. I don't know what it does or what purpose it serves. All I know is that there is a ranking system, and that's about it. I don't know if you get prestige. Currently, I think like a lieutenant colonel or something, so I don't know what happens after that. I'm pretty sure you could go ask Psyche or something, because I think he's like a colonel 3-star, so he's pretty close to, or like a general 3-star. He's pretty close to getting up there. I don't know if he's past that yet or not. But another question is, are there bots on the console version? There are bots, as you can see when I click select. There's, yeah, well, I keep on clicking select fast, but there are bots, and the bots are there just to fill spots. If people join, the bots will go away, of course. And there is a practice mode type thing where you could have bots and practice and stuff. So it's kind of like the PC version, if you want to say, where you could practice with bots if you're not the best player. And there are bots on the other teams if no one is joining the servers. But moving away from that, types of controls. This is for the PlayStation version. I really don't know about the Xbox. I'm pretty sure you can use a keyboard for the Xbox, but I'm not entirely sure. But for the PS3, you can use a keyboard and mouse. You could use the standard DualShock 3 controller, which that's what I'm using right now. I prefer that because whenever I played Counter-Strike Source, I wasn't the best player, so like holding a controller for me is better. I'm more used to that. And you can also use the PlayStation Move controller and the sharpshooter attachment to it. The sharpshooter attachment, if you don't know, is like a gun type looking thing, kind of like what the Wii did with their Wiimote and stuff. But that's what that is. I don't know what you do for the motion controller. They separate those as 2 different things. I would consider them like one controller, but yeah, I don't know what they do there. But that's it for the controls. Another question someone had is, do we get the PC version if we buy it on the PSN store? They did this for Portal 2, where if you bought the PlayStation 3 version of the game, I don't know if it was vice versa, but if you did buy the PS3 version, they gave you a Steam code where you could use it to get the PC version for free. As for this game, I believe there is not that type of code deal thing. I don't know later if they're going to add that on, maybe as a special later, but as of now, you do not get the PC version if you buy the PS3 version. If you are like a diehard Counter-Strike player and you're used to the PC version, I would not get this on PS3, because PC, I'm assuming, will start having mods, different like custom game modes and stuff. So the only reason I got it on PS3 was because I used to the PlayStation 3, and I thought this game would be fun, which it is on console also. So it's up to you which one you'd rather get it on. I'm pretty sure it's the same price for every console and stuff like that, so it's just your preference from there on. And the last thing that people been asking, and Psyche did mention this, or Eri, I should say, did mention this in the past videos that he did make, and that's why isn't this game out for the EU, like your EU area of the world. And basically, I don't know if that's fixed yet, if it's not fixed, but I'm gonna post an article in the description saying why that's happening. And why it's happening basically is because when they released the game on the PlayStation Store, they didn't release it for the EU store for some reason. I don't know why they didn't release it. They probably forgot. Somehow they forgot. I don't know how they would forget, but that's what they're saying. They forgot. So that's the question there. I honestly don't know when it's going to be out on the EU store or if it's out already. There is an article down below and you could search it up for yourself. I'm pretty sure just Google it and it'll come up eventually. But that's all I kind of wanted to say. I think I got to most of the questions and I kind of explained the game modes more if you're still debating whether to get this game or if you're new to Counter-Strike and don't know the types of game modes there are. So that's about it. If you have any more questions, please leave them below. I'll try to get them like as soon as possible, but the person that mostly responds to the comments is Eri, so go post your comments below asking more questions if you have any. But that's about it. Hopefully I'll be getting some more gameplay out soon enough, making commentaries and all that other stuff. So if you haven't seen any of the other videos, please go check those out. And that's about it. I'm going to end the game here. It's just going to cut off, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.